Welcome to the Hardcore Course in Miracles class. Welcome to the Hardcore Course in Miracles class. I'm Earl Purdy, and we're going to do Hardcore Course in Miracles. It's no accident that you're listening to this class. You were sent by the Holy Spirit. And we're going to talk about lessons of love. Tonight in Hardcore Course, we're going to do a section that's called The Message of the Crucifixion. So on the Course in Miracles, Hardcore Course in Miracles, we're going to talk about the message of the crucifixion. We're going to talk about what is the message that Jesus was trying to give us. What was the message of the crucifixion? We're going to talk about what is the real message of the crucifixion. This is Hardcore Course. It's in Miracles, a Course in Miracles. And it's predominantly aimed at Course in Miracles students that have been studying a while and maybe have read the book and are reading the book. So this is hardcore. Everybody's welcome to watch. But this is specifically aimed at people who have been studying the Course in Miracles for a while. The ones who've decided that the Course in Miracles is the direction that they want to go in. And they just want to learn how to do it better. See, I'm not arguing with myself about whether or not the Course in Miracles is my path. I just want to do it better. I just want to get the blocks out of the way to being able to do the Course better. So this is the Earl Purdy experience. This is the Earl Purdy experience. Because what you got to do is you got to give everyone an experience of yourself. People remember an experience. It's an experience that leads to beliefs. All your beliefs are coming from your experiences. So I want to give you the experience of A Course in Miracles through me. I want to give you the experience of A Course in Miracles through me. I've been loving this material for almost 40 years. It'll be 38 years this year that I have been learning and teaching A Course in Miracles. I want to give you everything that's in me if the way that I am and what I've learned from doing A Course in Miracles would benefit you, then that's what I'm here for. So I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. But those of you who I am your cup of tea, well, I want to give you everything that I've got. Everything, at the benefit of everything that I have learned and experienced through studying your path, A Course in Miracles. So the Hardcore Course in Miracles class is for people who love A Course in Miracles. It's for those students who absolutely love A Course in Miracles. They're not wondering if they love A Course in Miracles. They're not battling with A Course in Miracles. They're not fighting it. This Facebook Live broadcast, this is Earl Purdy. This Facebook Live broadcast, it is dedicated to the viewers that love A Course in Miracles, and it's open to anyone who wants to watch. So you're going to hear about the message of the crucifixion. What is it that Jesus was trying to tell us? What's the message that Jesus' crucifixion, what did it mean? What was it for? What was it trying to teach us? We're going to hear that. We're going to hear that. I'm glad I'm your cup of tea, Diana. Alita, I'm so glad you're here. CJ, so glad you're here. You have no idea. Love you. Love all of you. So just take a breath. I want you to relax because I'm going to be relaxed. And we're going to see what Jesus is talking about when he's taught in the Course in Miracles, when he's talking about the message of the crucifixion. It's like, what did Jesus go through all that stuff for? And even if you don't believe it happened, what's the message? What's the message? What's the message of the crucifixion in the Course in Miracles? We're going to talk about Hardcore Course. Let me cut the sounds down. What's the message of the crucifixion? Okay. Okay, here we go. You ready to go deep? We're going to be doing, let me tell you exactly where we are. We are on chapter 6. I'm in the Foundation for Inner Peace version of the course. We're at chapter 6, the Lessons of Love, page, let me put the little bits of glass before my eyes. Let's see. The Course in Miracles says, you so crazy, man. You really a child of God and you think you need to wear glasses. That's funny. So, the Lessons of Love, chapter 6, the introduction, page 91. Chapter 6, the Lessons of Love, introduction, page 91. That's where we're at. The Lessons of Love, the Lessons of Love, the Lessons of Love. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to welcome it. You don't have to believe any of this, okay? So I love you. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. I'm trying to get this thing on my Kindle because my Kindle has much bigger font. And I just love having a big font. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see if I can find this right quick, because you'll enjoy me even more if I can see what I'm talking about. It's amazing. It's amazing the difference that'll make. Chapter 6, the Lessons of Love, introduction. I'm going to do this in as dramatic a way as I can to get the point home to me and to you. So take a breath, my mighty companions. It's so good to be here live with you. Let's go on a journey together. I'd like to give you the Earl Purdy experience. And I want that to be an experience of God. And I want that to be an experience of love. And I'm absolutely open to you all communicating with each other and communicating with me. This is hardcore. This is hardcore. Love you. Here we go. Take a breath. Chapter 6, the Lessons of Love. The lessons of love, the lessons of love, the lessons of love, the lessons of love. The relationship of anger to attack is obvious. It's pretty obvious that you have to be pretty mad before you attack somebody. But the relationship of anger to fear is not always so obvious. It's not really obvious that people who are angry are very much afraid. People who are angry are afraid. It's not obvious, but people who are angry, they are also afraid. So people who are angry are afraid. So that we can see that you can get angry and attack somebody. But sometimes we don't realize that anger is fear. So everything starts out with fear. Anger always involves projection of separation. So I'm angry at you means I'm projecting separation on you. I'm projecting separation on you. I'm projecting separation on you. I am angry at you. I am mad at you. What I'm really saying is I'm projecting separation on you. I am projecting separation on you. I am mad at you. So he says anger always involves projection of separation, and the projection of separation must ultimately be accepted as one's own responsibility. You're responsible for feeling separate, and you're responsible for your anger. You are responsible for being separate, and you're responsible for your anger. You're responsible for your anger. You are responsible for your anger. You are responsible for your anger. You are the one that's responsible for your anger. You are responsible for your anger. And it's your responsibility. Separation is your own responsibility. Being separate is your responsibility. As a matter of fact, as soon as you think you're separate, then that's when you become responsible for yourself. And that's when it looks like you have to take care of yourself. The reason why it looks like you have to take care of yourself is because you're seeing yourself as separate. Whenever you see yourself as separate, then you have to take care of yourself. That's why you want to stop seeing yourself as separate and different. You want to stop seeing yourself as separate and different, because as soon as you see yourself as separate and different, it's your responsibility. So you have to accept that you're feeling separate and you're feeling angry is your responsibility. Then the Course in Miracles says, rather than being blamed on others. So my anger, you are not causing my anger. I'm responsible for my anger. You are not causing my anger. I am responsible for my anger. I'm not going to blame my anger on you. I'm not going to blame my anger on you. I'm not going to blame my anger on you. Then the next line says, anger cannot occur unless you believe that you have been attacked. So do you know that you never get mad unless you think somebody has hurt you? Do you realize you don't ever get mad unless you think someone or something has attacked you? So every time you're mad, it's you saying, I think something has attacked me. 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 That's what the Course in Miracles says. Whenever you get angry, it's because you believe you have been attacked. So whenever you're mad, it's because you think you've been attacked. So instead of saying I'm angry, you could say, I believe I have been attacked. I believe I have been attacked. I was at work today and I got angry. I was at work today and I believe they attacked me. I was at work today and I believe they attacked me. Anger is coming from the belief that I have been attacked. Whenever I think somebody has attacked or hurt me, then I get mad. When you think somebody has attacked or hurt you, then you get mad. Then he says, the once you get mad because you believe you have been attacked, then you believe that you can attack in return and feel justified because they attacked you first. But you also tell yourself you're not responsible for your hurt. You're telling yourself that you're not responsible for the way you feel. Whenever you get angry at somebody else, you're saying, I am not responsible for what I feel. Whenever you get mad at somebody, you're saying, I am not responsible for what I feel. You are the one that's causing what I feel. I'm not responsible for what I feel. You are the one that's causing what I feel. That's the reason why I'm angry. I'm angry because I believe I've been attacked. And I'm angry because I don't believe I'm responsible for how I feel. I believe I'm not responsible for my anger. I believe I'm not responsible for my worry. I believe it was all caused by somebody else. That's what he's saying right here in this paragraph. I'm just going through the paragraph that is the very first paragraph. That's what on page 91. That's what I'm going through. Hardcore Course. Are you with me? Are you with me, gang? If you're with me, send me some love. If you're with me, send me some hearts. If you're with me, send me some love. If you're with me, send me some hearts. Okay, I'm taking my glasses off. It's like Clark Kent turning to Superman. Okay. So, anger cannot occur unless you believe you've been attacked. So you don't get mad unless you believe somebody has attacked you. And then you believe that your attack back is justified in return, and you don't believe that you are responsible for the attack. You don't believe that you're responsible for the anger. Given these three wholly irrational premises, what are the three wholly irrational premises? The premise is that the irrational premises are you believe you've been attacked, you believe that your attack is justified in return, and you don't believe that you are responsible for the attack. The three irrational premises are somebody's hurt you, so you can hurt somebody back in return, and that you're no way responsible for your hurt, that you're no way responsible for your hurt. So the three irrational premises are that somebody has hurt you and somebody has attacked you, and that you can attack in return because after all, they did attack you. And then the third premise that's irrational is that you are not responsible for the attack. You're not responsible for the anger. You're not responsible for how you feel. These are what the Course in Miracles calls three wholly irrational premises. So the once you have three wholly irrational premises, which are that somebody's hurt you, so you can attack in return, and that you're not responsible for it, those three totally irrational premises will lead to the equally irrational conclusion. You're going to come to the irrational conclusion that another person is worthy of attack and anger rather than love. That's what's going to happen. If you believe you've been attacked, if you believe your attack is justified in return, and if you believe you're not responsible for it, then you're going to come to the conclusion that the other person is only worthy of attack and anger rather than give that other person love. So the Course in Miracles just said that the reason why we don't give each other love is because we believe that we are worthy of attack, and we also believe that somebody else deserves to be attacked. And so when you believe that somebody else deserves to be attacked, worthy of attack, then you believe that they deserve attack more than they deserve love. So the reason why you're in a world where people believe that they deserve attack more than they deserve love is because you're in a world where people get angry. People get angry in this world because they believe that somebody's hurt them. They believe that somebody has attacked them. And because they believe that somebody has hurt them, because they believe that somebody has attacked them, then they also believe their attack and anger is justified in return. And people in the world believe that they're in no way responsible for their anger or hurt or attack. And because I feel like what's going on with me is something that you did to me, then I am not going to want to give you love. I'm going to want to give you a piece of my mind. I'm going to want to cuss you out. I'm going to want to go off on you. And the reason why I want to go off on you is because, number one, it looks like you did something to hurt me. And since you did something to hurt me, I feel justified in getting angry at you and going off on you in return because I don't see myself as being responsible for my anger at all. And since you're the one that's causing my problems, you don't deserve my love. You deserve my anger and attack. That's what the Course in Miracles just said to us. Those are the three irrational premises. So what can you expect from an insane premise except you're going to have an insane conclusion? So the Course in Miracles says, look, guys, you are operating according to insane premises. 3 insane premises. What are the 3 insane premises? Well, the first insane premise is that you believe you've been attacked. You believe that somebody's done something to you. You believe it was your mother, your father, your race, the past. You believe that somebody's hurt you. You believe that somebody's done something to you. You believe that somebody has attacked you. And because you believe that somebody has attacked you, you go to the second irrational premise. And the second irrational premise is that now you can feel justified to get angry and go off on everybody else in return because, after all, they hurt you. They upset you in some way. And the third irrational premise is that I'm no way responsible for the way that I'm feeling right now. That all of these feelings I'm going through is being caused by you, goddammit. It's being caused by you. So because all of my pain is being caused by you, then you don't deserve my love. You're just worthy of attack. You don't deserve my love because all you do is hurt me. I'd give you love, but you don't deserve my love because all you do is hurt me. So the Course in Miracles says that what can be expected from insane premises except an insane conclusion? So what is the insane conclusion? That you don't deserve love. If I ever come to the conclusion that you don't deserve love, if I ever come to the conclusion that you don't deserve to be happy, if I ever come to the conclusion that you don't deserve abundance, then if I do that, I have made an insane conclusion, because an insane conclusion would be a conclusion that would say you don't deserve love. So when somebody tells you, you don't deserve my love, you can say back to them, thank you for letting me see your totally insane conclusion. You telling me that I don't deserve love, that's a totally insane conclusion. What's going on with you? You think I don't deserve love? That's a totally insane conclusion. That's the way you'll look at it when somebody doesn't love you or doesn't seem to love you or doesn't say wonderful to you, and they say you don't deserve love. You go, wow, that's an insane conclusion. Thinking that I don't deserve happiness and love, that's an insane conclusion. Okay? Let's see what some of you are saying. Let's see what some of you are saying. C says, I get angry when I don't feel in control, which makes sense now. I perceive that as attack. I get angry when I don't feel in control. I get angry when I don't feel in control. I get angry when I don't feel in control. And so I perceive that as attack. And since I think you've attacked me, then I feel justified in attacking you back. And then I tell myself I'm not responsible for the way that I feel. And I tell myself you don't deserve attack. You don't deserve love. You just deserve attack. Then a leader says, upside down from how the world sees it. Don't ever forget the truth is always totally opposite to the way the world sees it. CJ, thank you for welcoming all the luscious ones. You're a bright light, a blessing. What about children who've been terribly abused? I don't think I could lay eyes on that and not go kung fu on their ass. Yes, I didn't say, remember the Course in Miracles says no matter what your reaction to the ideas are, use the ideas. So even though you want to go kung fu on their asses, you still would ask for peace. And you would choose for peace. And you'd ask the Holy Spirit the best way to express yourself in that moment. No matter how you feel, no matter what your reaction would be, you still would want to remember that attack only creates more attack. No matter how justified you feel, attack only makes more attack. And then CJ says, my illusory mind system, which is another way of saying artificial intelligence. You know, CJ is, I call her Blondstein. She got like this blonde hair and she's brilliant. And so I call her Blondstein. And I love that about her because that's me. You are me. All of you are me. All that is me. And I'm so glad to know that you are me and I'm you. CJ says, my illusionary mind system, aka artificial intelligence, has me programmed to follow the fast track to insanity. That's right. When you listen to the ego, you're on the fast track, but you're on the fast track to insanity. Beautifully said, CJ. That's exactly right. And then Stephanie Jones says, if they only act right, that's exactly right. We believe that, you know, we could get along with everybody if they just act right. So still I'm saying my happiness is dependent on somebody else's behavior. Nana says, if you don't deserve love, then neither do I. That's exactly right. If you don't deserve love, I don't deserve love because you are me. So if I think you don't deserve love, that is the same thing as saying I don't deserve love. Kim says, I had an insane conclusion about 1 hour ago. What was it, Kim? How can I feel this way when we are all innocent? The attack on them is an attack on me. That's right. The attack on somebody else is the attack on yourself because there's just one of us here. Gemma says, Blondstein, I love it. Okay. All right. You know, I don't care how many people online right now. It just feels good to me. If it's just one other person that's feeling me, that we're on the same page. Don't forget, if you are watching, share this live broadcast. Go ahead and put it on your timeline if you dare. Right at the bottom, you can click share. Okay, so I'm gonna go deep. I'm not gonna move. I'm not concerned about moving fast. What I want us to do is together. I want us to hear. So the Course in Miracles says the way to undo an insane conclusion. So how do you undo an insane conclusion? The way to undo an insane conclusion is to consider the sanity of the premises on which the insane conclusion rests. So how sane are the premises that say that you don't deserve love? You cannot be attacked. So the first thing that you need to hear is a sane premise. Okay, we heard the insane premise. You heard me. I can hurt you back. I'm not responsible for what I'm feeling. You're so messed up that I go off on you and I won't give you love. I'll just give you upset and attack. Okay. The Course in Miracles is saying that's the insane, the three insane premises, the premises of the ego, the premises of fear. Now he says, now I'm going to give you the sane premises. I'm going to give you the premises of the sane mind. I'm going to give you the premises of the loving mind. I just gave you the premises of the fearful mind. And what are the premises of the fearful mind? Mad. You hurt me. I can hurt you back in return. I'm not responsible for what I'm feeling right now. And it's because of you. So I'm not going to give you the love you deserve. I'm just going to let you see my anger and my upset. He says those are the premises of the ego. Those are the premises of a fearful mind. Then the Course in Miracles says the way to undo an insane conclusion is to consider the sanity of the premises on which the insane conclusion rests. So here are the sane conclusions. You cannot be attacked. You cannot be attacked. There's another way of saying you cannot be hurt. You cannot be hurt. You can't be hurt. You can't be hurt. I know it's going to sound crazy, but I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? The truth is you cannot be hurt. You cannot be attacked. Premise number 2, that's totally sane. Attack has no justification. There's never any justification for attacking. There's never any justification for attacking. There's no justification for attack. There's no justification for attack. That's the second sane premise. And the third sane premise is that you are responsible for what you believe. You are responsible for what you believe. So let's make sure we get the premises that lead to sanity, okay? We're going to get the premises that lead to love. Right now we're going to make an effort to actually hear what the three sane premises are. We're going to be in this together, and we're going to actually see if we can actually remember something that the Course in Miracles is saying to us. I know we can do it. 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 So we're going to actually see if we can actually remember 6 sentences, verbatim pretty much, 6 sentences of A Course in Miracles. So here we go. The insane premises that create pain are these insane premises right here. Here are the 3. You have attacked me. You have hurt me. You have done something to me. That's basically the first premise of insanity. The second premise of insanity is, because you've hurt me, because you have attacked me, then I'm justified now in attacking you back. You attacked me, now I'm going to attack you. I feel justified in attacking you because you attacked me. Now the next thing, which is the last premise of insanity, is I'm not responsible for what I'm feeling. I'm not responsible for my anger. I'm not responsible for my upset. I'm not responsible for feeling attacked. Okay, that's the 3 insane premises. Those are the 3 premises that cause fear and conflict and hatred and sickness and lack. I just gave you the 3 beliefs that the Course in Miracles teaches us that causes all pain, all fear, all sickness, all hurt. We just heard the 3 beliefs that will keep a person a victim. The 3 beliefs that will keep a person feeling like they have no power in their experience. Okay, those are the 3 beliefs. What are the 3 beliefs? You have attacked me. I can attack you in return, and I'm not responsible for what I'm feeling. I'm not responsible for the attack. Now, those are the 3 thoughts that create pain and create hurt and create sickness, okay? Now we're going to hear also what the 3 beliefs are, the 3 truths are that create abundance, safety, love, freedom, peace, security, joy, happiness, orgasms, light. Now we're about to hear the 3 premises that give us nothing but peace. Okay? Those premises are: you cannot be attacked. You cannot be attacked. You can't be attacked. Another way of saying that is, you can't be hurt. You cannot be hurt. You are a child of God. You are a child of God. You are an infinite being. You are a spirit. You are spirit. You are infinite intelligence. You are divine mind. You are God. You are everything. You are love. So you cannot be hurt. You, the real you cannot be attacked. The real you cannot be hurt. Attack has no justification. The other sane statement I must believe is there's no justification for attack. No matter what I think, no matter what I see, there's no justification for attacking back. There is no justification for attacking back. There is no reason to attack back. There's nothing helpful about attacking back. There is nothing helpful about attacking back. There's no justification for attack because there's nothing that's going to be helped by attacking back other than that it's going to create more attack. And so you just create more attack going back and forth and back and forth. So the second premise of sanity is attack has no justification. There's no justification for attack. There's no justification for anger. So there is no justification for hurting you. There's no justified reason why I should ever hurt you or try to hurt you. The truth is I can't really hurt you, but there is no justification for me even trying to hurt you. That's the second premise of sanity. Attack has no justification. I'm still on the first paragraph. We're still on the first paragraph. That's a trip. That's a trip. I love it. This book to me is like it's like the most intense cheesecake you could ever eat. I mean, just a little bit of it is so thick, so intense. This is still the first paragraph. And in the first paragraph, Jesus has described to us exactly what causes our pain and exactly how to get rid of it. The first thing he did, he said, look here, you all are living off of 3 totally irrational, crazy principles. And the first principle is somebody's doing something to you. And the second crazy principle is then you can feel justified to do whatever you want to back to them. And the third crazy principle is that you are in no way responsible for the things you're going through and the things that you're feeling right now. And because everybody else is doing something to you and everybody else needs to change in order for you to be happy, then you don't see the people around you as worthy of the kind of love that they deserve because they're not good enough. They're harmful. They hurt people. The Course in Miracles says that's the idea behind separation. That's the idea behind what we're seeing in our world. That is those 3 principles that's behind what we're seeing in the separation and attack and fear of the world. Okay. Then the Course in Miracles turns around and tells us, now, we got to get rid of this insane thinking that you're doing. And the way that we get rid of this insane thinking that you're doing is we got to consider the sanity that all of this is resting on. So let me tell you the sanity. The Course in Miracles saying, let me give you sanity now. Now, I'm going to give you 3 sane premises. 3 sane premises, 3 sane premises. You know, 3 sane premises. That's what we're going to get right now. 3 sane premises. Okay? What are the 3 sane premises? What are the 3 premises that produce sanity? What are the 3 premises that produce real love? What are the 3? What is the? Forgive me if I screw up saying stuff sometimes, just overlook it. What are the 3 premises? What are the 3 premises that will absolutely allow abundance in your life? What are the 3 premises that will absolutely allow freedom and happiness into your life? Here they are. You cannot be hurt. Attack has no justification. And you are responsible. For what you believe. You're the one that's determining what you believe. You're the one that's determining what you believe. And so in the paragraph 2 in chapter 6, it says, you have been asked to take me as your model for learning. So Jesus is talking to us directly now, okay? Because the Course in Miracles is just Jesus talking to us through this Jewish psychologist. So what Jesus is saying is, you've been asked to take me as a model for learning. Since an extreme example is a particularly helpful learning device. So Jesus was an extreme example. What happened to Jesus was an extreme example. And because of what Jesus went through, then Jesus was a helpful learning device. Jesus is being a very helpful learning device for us. That's really what Jesus is doing. Then he goes on to say, everyone teaches. Everyone teaches. Does that include you? Yeah, you are teaching. Not only is everyone teaches all the time. Everybody's teaching all the time. So I'm going to make it a lot more personal. I'm going to say to you, you are teaching all the time. You're teaching all the time. All the time you're teaching. All the time. You're teaching all the time. I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. You're teaching all the time. You are teaching all the time. All the time. You're teaching. You're teaching all the time. To teach is to demonstrate. To teach is to demonstrate. So you are demonstrating all the time. You are demonstrating all the time. You are always demonstrating. You are always teaching. And everyone teaches. You are a teacher. Every single person that you see all day long are teachers. You see teachers in Target. You see teachers in the supermarkets. You see teachers in the movies. You see teachers at sporting events. Everybody is a teacher. Everybody is a teacher. Everybody is a teacher. Everybody on this planet, everyone on this planet is a teacher. This is a planet for teachers. This is a planet for teachers. This is a teacher planet. This is a teacher planet. This is a teacher planet. And everyone on this planet, everyone that you see, everybody, it says it right there. Y'all know I'm saying it. I'm not making this up. It's saying right there in paragraph 2, everyone teaches. And are you included in everyone? Yes, you are included in everyone. So my dear, my man, you are a teacher and you're teaching all the time. Does that mean you're teaching right now? Yes, I'm teaching right now and you are teaching right now. I am teaching right now and you are teaching right now. How do I know that you are teaching right now? Because we were just told that you teach all the time. So that means you must be teaching now. So you teach all the time. You're demonstrating all the time. I'm demonstrating all the time. You're 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 demonstrating all the time. All the time you're teaching. All the time you're teaching. All the time you're teaching. You're teaching even when you are asleep. You're teaching all the time. You're demonstrating all the time. Then it says, this is a responsibility you inevitably assume the moment you accept any premise at all. As soon as you accept any premise at all, you're going to demonstrate it. Whatever you believe, you're going to teach, and whatever you believe, you're going to demonstrate all the time. Whatever you believe, whatever your premises are, whatever your premise is, you're going to teach it, and you're going to teach it all the time. So you're responsible. You are responsible for any premise that you believe. As soon as you believe something, you're responsible for it. As soon as you believe something, you're responsible for it. And when you believe something, you're going to teach it, and you're going to teach it all the time. When you believe something, you're going to demonstrate it. You're going to demonstrate it all the time. So the question is, what do you want to teach? What do you want to teach? What do you want to teach? What do you want to demonstrate? Since you're going to always teach, you're going to always demonstrate, you're going to always teach, and you're going to always demonstrate all the time. Since you're going to teach and demonstrate all the time, you're responsible for whatever you believe, because whatever you believe, whatever that premise is, that's what you're going to teach, that's what you're going to demonstrate. Because nobody can organize their life without a way of thinking. Everybody organizes their lives by their way of thinking. Your way of thinking is how you organize your life. Everybody's organizing their lives according to the way that they are thinking. Everybody's organizing their lives according to the way that they are thinking. You are organizing your life according to the way that you're thinking. I'm looking at the courses right here on the page. It says it right here. It says everyone teaches and teaches all the time. Teaching and teaching all the time is a responsibility. Teaching and teaching all the time is a responsibility. It's a responsibility you inevitably assume the moment you accept any premise at all. You're going to teach, and you're going to teach it all the time. That's the responsibility that you assume the moment you accept any premise or belief at all. And no one can organize his life without some thought system. You can't organize your life without some way of thinking. You can't organize your life without some kind of premises. Then the Course in Miracles says, once you have what? Developed. Notice that it says, once you have developed a thought system of any kind. Once you have developed a way of thinking of any kind. Once you have developed a kind of thinking. Once you have developed a thought system of any kind, you're going to live by your thought system, and you're going to teach your thought system. Once you develop a way of thinking, you're going to live by it. Once you develop a way of thinking, you're going to teach it. Once you develop a way of thinking, you're going to live by that way of thinking. Once you come up with a way of believing, once you come up with a way of thinking, you're going to live by that belief. You're going to live by that way of thinking, which means that you're going to teach it. Anything that you teach, anything that you demonstrate, that's something that you are living by. That's a way of thinking that you are living by. So whatever your beliefs are, whatever your premises are, that is what you are living, and that is what you are. That is what you are. If that's what you're living, and that's what you're teaching. That's what you're teaching. your capacity for allegiance to a thought system can be misplaced. Now, what in the heck does that mean? You could be faithful to a way of thinking that's really not good for you. You could really believe a way of thinking that's really not good for you. You could think a way of thinking that you're loyal to that really isn't serving you and is really not making your life better. You can be completely loyal to the stupidest ways of thinking that's possible. A person can be totally loyal to the stupidest, most non-helpful way of thinking that is absolutely possible. Your allegiance to a way of thinking may be misplaced. But even if you believe in something that's not good for you, it's still a form of faith. So believing in something that's not true is still an example that you can have faith in something. Even if you got faith in something that's not really helping you, it still proves it's possible for you to have faith in something. So you know you have the power to be faithful to something. Even if what you're faithful to is something that's not really serving you. Even if you believe something that's not really helping you, but it still shows you do have the capacity for loyalty, and it proves you do have the capacity for allegiance, which means you don't have to worry about, do you have the ability to stick to something and be loyal to something? You know you do, because right now you are being loyal to a way of thinking that causes all kinds of hurt and pain, broken into by periods in which it looks like you're having a pretty good day. And the Course in Miracles is saying you don't want to have a good day every now and then. You want to have a guaranteed good day that absolutely never ends and expands forever. So if you want that, he told us what you got to do is stop using the 3 insane premises, right? And what are the 3 insane premises? Premise number 1 is you have attacked me. Premise number 2, I can attack you in return because you deserve it, because you have attacked me. So attack is justified. What is the 3rd insane premise? The 3rd insane premise is you are in no way responsible for any of the things that's happening to you. That all of the feelings of attack and hurt, you don't have anything to do with that. You are totally innocent. You don't have nothing to do with that. They're just doing stuff to you that you don't really deserve because you are such a cool, good person. The Course says that's one of the insane premises. One of the most insane premises that a person can live by is the belief that there's anything that's happening to them that they did not create or make or allow. Okay, so the Course in Miracles then told us, well, if you want to get out of this, if you want to have total love, if you want to go to a joy, if you want to go to a true power, then you have got to tell yourself the 3 sane premises, the 3 love premises. And then it tells you, says, well, what are the 3 sane premises? What are the 3 love premises? Well, he says the 3 love premises are: I cannot be attacked. You cannot be attacked. You cannot be attacked. You cannot be hurt. The 2nd sane premise is there's no justification for your anger. There's no justification for your upset. There is no justification for attack. There is no justification for sadness. There is no justification for anger. He says that is the 2nd sane belief. And then the Course in Miracles says that the 3rd sane belief is that you're responsible for what you believe, that everything that you believe, you're the one that's making you believe it. You're the one that's responsible for everything that you think. You're the one that's responsible for everything you believe because you're the one that's telling it to yourself. You're the one that's saying it to yourself, and that's the reason why you believe it. You believe it because you are telling yourself, whatever you're telling yourself, whatever you're telling yourself, whatever you're telling yourself, you're responsible for whatever you're telling yourself right now. You are responsible for whatever you're telling yourself right now. That's the 3rd sane principle. That's the 3rd sane principle. That's the principle. And so once you live the sane principle, we were told that then you're going to teach it because you teach all the time and you demonstrate all the time. So does that mean that you are either demonstrating insanity or you are just demonstrating sanity? Don't you think that that's what we're, if you are paying attention to a sane premise, and you're therefore living by a sane premise, like you're responsible for what you believe, then you're going to demonstrate that, and you're going to teach that all the time. So you're going to experience it all the time. Wow. 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 Okay, let's look at a few more comments before I go into the message of the crucifixion. I always let the Holy Spirit pick out what I'm going to talk from by using a random number generator. And this is the section that came up tonight, which is right on time. I don't know about you, but I need to hear it. So let's see here. Nana says, be gentle and patient with yourself. Yeah. Be gentle and patient with yourself. Be gentle, be patient with yourself. The Course in Miracles says that gentleness is one of the qualities of a teacher of God, is that they're gentle. And that another quality of a teacher of God is that they're patient. And the Course in Miracles says, what makes you patient is being certain of how things are going to turn out. If you would become more certain of how things are going to turn out, if you would be certain about how things are going to turn out, you'd have a lot more patience in this process. The reason why you're impatient is because you don't have faith in how this is going to turn out. The reason why you're impatient is you don't have faith that God is going to do what God says God's going to do, which is to give you total joy and happiness. So that means that you are not patient because you don't believe in God. You're not patient because you don't believe in God. You're not patient because you don't believe in God. Doesn't mean you're bad. Doesn't mean you're sinful. Doesn't even mean you're going to be punished. But it does mean at some level there's a part of you that doesn't believe in God. There's a part of you that doesn't believe in God. There's a part of me that doesn't believe in God. There's a part of me that doesn't believe in God. There's a part of me that does not believe in God. There's a part of me that does not believe in God. There's a part of me that does not believe in God. There's a part of me that believes I'm separate. There's a part of me that believes I'm on my own. There's a part of me that believes I have to take care of myself. There's a part of me that believes I have to look out for myself. There's a part of me that believes that people are not trustworthy. There's a part of me that believes that I have been attacked, that it's justified for me to attack in return, and that I'm in no way responsible for it. And because you have attacked me, then you're not worthy of love. There's a part of me that believes this, that believes those three insane premises. Craig says, yes, we are unwinding ourselves through our thoughts. Do our thoughts line up with the mind of Christ? I vote yes, they do. There's definitely a part of our mind that's in total alignment with Christ. And that's not the part of our mind that's kicking our ass. The part of our mind that's kicking our ass is the part of our mind that believes that it can be hurt, that somebody has done something to it, that attacking and getting mad at everybody else is justified in return, and that I don't have nothing to do with the stuff that I'm going through, and because you hurt me, you don't deserve my love. So there's a part of me that believes that. But the Course in Miracles has shown me that every time I will admit to my ego, every time I will admit that there's a part of my mind that does do this, that's when it fades out of my life more. The drama in my life began to fade away the more I admitted that I had the three irrational premises in my mind and that I was teaching it and demonstrating it all the time. Teaching and demonstrating what? That somebody's done something to me. And because somebody's done something to me, I can do something to somebody back and I'm justified. And I'm not responsible for nothing that I'm going through right now. And you are hurting me and you're not obeying my scripts and you're not doing what I want you to do. So you don't really deserve my love because I'm not going to give you my love until you're worthy of it. And you won't be worthy of it until you stop hurting me. Because you see, I'm not taking responsibility for my feelings. And I feel like you've attacked me so I can attack you in return. And I'm mad because I think everybody has done something to me except me. So that's why I'm mad. That's why I'm upset. That's why I'm crazy. That's the three. Those are the three irrational, insane ego premises. Okay. So Gemma says, oh, Bertha has a hard time with this one. Bertha is the name for her ego. I am responsible for what I think now, but I cannot say that for my childhood. It was beyond wicked to grow up in a perverted cult. It wasn't just... Okay, now, so what is upsetting you right now is the story that you're telling yourself right now. As a matter of fact, what you just got through saying was exactly what he says. When you said that... that I can't say that about my childhood. So that's a way of saying, well, let me tell you about what was done to me, the attack that was done to me. And so therefore I can still feel justified in being upset about it and being angry because I'm not responsible for how I'm feeling right now. So what's important is that you not use the three insane premises right now, Gemma. It's very important that you don't use the premise of somebody's done something to me, my anger is justified in return, and I don't have anything to do with how I'm feeling right now. See, the way that you're feeling and the way that I'm feeling right now, we're responsible for that. We're responsible for the way that we're feeling right now. So it doesn't matter what happened to us in the past, we're responsible for how we're feeling right now. No matter what happened in the gone, we're responsible for what we are feeling right now. And so innocence is in this now moment. So just think about this. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Yes, I love how you say, I have always believed and loved God. I am still standing in integrity to him, even though I have seen things no eyes should see with God's name on it. I'm still here. Nobody's denying that there's not a part of your mind that totally believes in God. But the Course in Miracles is saying to all of us, there's a part of your mind that doesn't believe in God. There's a part of your mind that doesn't believe in God. There's a part of your mind that doesn't believe in God. How do you know there's a part of your mind that doesn't believe in God? The way you know that there's a part of your mind that doesn't believe in God is because you still get angry or afraid or upset. That's how you know that there's a part of your mind that doesn't still believe in God. It's real obvious. But the Course in Miracles says there's nothing harder for us to see than the obvious. That's the thing I miss the most. It's the obvious. What's the obvious? Well, if I'm afraid and terrified and worried about my bills, ain't no way in the world I can say I really believe that I'm sustained by the love of God. If I really believed I was sustained by the love of God, I would have no fear. If I really believed I was sustained by the love of God, I would have no anger. I would have no sickness. I would have nothing that's anything less than peaceful. So rather than me defending all the things I think that happened to me in my past, what I need to do is recognize that right here, right now, I can choose to accept that I'm responsible for what I believe and that I can believe that I cannot be hurt. And I can believe that I cannot be attacked, and I can believe that I cannot be hurt. I can believe that attack has no justification. I can believe that I am responsible for what I believe. That's what I can do right now. So I know that some of this hardcore stuff might be hard to hear. I know that if I do this right, I'm going to piss some of y'all off sometime. Your ego is going to get angry and not even want to listen to me anymore. But that's how you know that it's working. You know that it's working when your ego starts to get upset about what it's hearing. Because the reason why your ego is getting upset is because what you're listening to is the truth, and it's going to undo your ego. It's going to undo your fear. So the way that your ego defends itself is to make you angry about stuff you don't want to hear. Because if I can make you angry about stuff you don't want to hear, then you're never going to listen to the truth that's beyond your anger. You're not going to hear the truth that's beyond your fear, because you're using your anger to break communication. So we are finding out what the ego is doing. We are learning how to go beyond our ego in this hardcore course class, because this is some deep stuff. So remember, you don't have to believe this. Don't forget the rules. The rules are you don't have to believe this. You don't have to accept this. You don't have to welcome this. You don't have to believe this. You don't have to accept this. You don't have to welcome this. Just remember that you can be faithful to a way of thinking that's not for your best interests. You can be open to a way of thinking. You can have an allegiance and a loyalty to a way of thinking, to a thought system that allegiance is to fear and upset and sickness and death and separation. But we can be faithful to the wrong stuff. That's what Jesus is saying. You're going to be loyal to whatever it is you believe. Whatever it is you believe, that's what you're going to demonstrate. Whatever it is you believe, that's what you're going to teach. So there are two things you can teach. You can either teach you are a victim, or you can teach that you are something that cannot be hurt and something that cannot be attacked. Those are the only two choices you got. You can either demonstrate you are something that's permanent, or you can demonstrate that you are something that's temporary. And human beings are temporary. So you have to make a choice. Are you going to be a temporary human being, or are you going to be an infinite, eternal being? Are you going to be something that's eternal, something that lasts forever? Or are you going to be something that's temporary, that lives a few years and is put into the ground or cremated or something later? The Course in Miracles is deep, man. The Course in Miracles is laying it on the line. This is not something that I'm making. If you look at that those 2 paragraphs, everything that I'm talking about is right there in front of you in those 2 paragraphs. Because when we get together, when we join together as mighty companions, listening to A Course in Miracles, the ego cannot prevail. Our fear cannot prevail. Our separation cannot last and prevail. Every time we come together live on these Facebook live broadcasts, even if you're watching it in a replay, but when you come together to the live broadcast, then we are experiencing a level of oneness with each other in real time. And that dispels our ego, and that dispels our fear. So I'm being told by the Holy Spirit to tell you that you can, these are Hardcore Course in Miracles classes, Facebook Live, 7 p.m. every Thursday, Mountain Standard Time, at www.facebook.com/Earl Purdy Live. Facebook.com/Earl Purdy Live every Thursday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Because I'm calling. That's why I'm saying those things. It's not advertising. It's calling. It's the call for God. I'm making the call for God. I'm calling for God in everyone. I'm calling for God. So that's why I ask you to, share the classes or share the videos or to like it, so that we can make a call for God together, so that we can do a call for love together to all the rest of our mighty companions who are out there, who would love to join with those of a like mind that are trying to live the sane premises instead of the insane premises. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing right now. I'm going to stop right there. I want you to just, because we're going to get these 2 paragraphs. The message of the crucifixion. Let me tell you what the message of the crucifixion is. The message of the crucifixion is that you're just here to teach only love. The only reason why you're here is to teach love. The message of the crucifixion is no matter what happens to your body, no matter what happens to your body, no matter what happens to you in this world, no matter what seems to happen in this world to you, teach only love, demonstrate only love, teach only love, demonstrate only love. The message of the crucifixion, the message of your personal crucifixion, the message of anybody's crucifixion. The message is no matter what I've been through, no matter what I'm going through, no matter what's happening in my life, I am to teach only love, demonstrate only love. That's it. That's the only thing I'm supposed to demonstrate. And what the Course in Miracles is teaching me to do is teaching me how to remove all the blocks that keep me from teaching and demonstrating only love. I got some blocks. I got some grievances. I got some fears. I got some stuff going on in my mind that sometimes blocks my ability to demonstrate only kindness and demonstrate only love and demonstrate only peace. There's some stuff going on inside of me that keeps me from demonstrating that stuff all the time. And the purpose of the Course in Miracles is to get rid of the guilt, get rid of the fear, get rid of the doubt, get rid of the anger that's keeping us from demonstrating God, demonstrating love. We are here to demonstrate God. We are here to demonstrate God. We are here to demonstrate the truth. You and I are here to demonstrate what we believe. We're here to demonstrate the truth, so that it isn't something that's abstract, so that it isn't something that you just read in a book, so that it is something that you are expressing, something that you are living. That's why you are here. The message of the crucifixion, the message of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ was to show that the truth could not be destroyed. The body can be destroyed, but the truth and the love and the child of God really can't be destroyed. That love is the only thing that matters. That love is the only thing that's real. And the Course in Miracles teaches that love is freedom. Love is freedom. So you're here to teach only freedom. To teach only love means to teach only freedom. Teach only freedom. Teach only freedom. Teach only freedom. Love is freedom. Love is freedom. Freedom is love. They're the exact same thing. So you're here to demonstrate freedom. You're here to be free. You're here to learn how to be free. Remember, this is a planet full of teachers. This is a teacher planet. And I wanted to give you the Earl Purdy experience this evening. I wanted to give you the experience of my love and my authentic self that I want to let God come through me. So, if you want to make a financial expression of appreciation to support my teaching ministry, God's teaching ministry of the Course in Miracles through me, I would love it. It'd be wonderful. I completely love you and appreciate you no matter what you do or what you don't do. That's the beauty of your relationship with me. I love you whatever you do to the best of my ability. Go to my website, earlpurdy.com. Tons of videos. I'm available for clarity sessions, one-on-one sessions with me. Go to my website, earlpurdy.com, so that you and I can heal each other together. Yeah, that's what we got to do. We got to do it together. So go to my website. I love you and appreciate you. I'm calling for God on Sunday at 1:00 p.m. I do a Course in Miracles class on Facebook Live, 1:00 p.m. Mountain Time every Sunday. And on Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, I do the Way of Mastery. These are all incredible, awesome curriculums that I'm using to wake up, and I want to join with other people that want to use those to wake up. Facebook.com/Earl Purdy Live on the Earl Purdy page. You don't have to be a member of Facebook to watch my live broadcasts. So everything I just did, that was a call for God. That was a call for God. That was a call for God. Okay, so let's go back and wrap this up. Let's wrap this up. Take a breath. Thank you, John. I love you and appreciate and trust you too. I do. I just want to get rid of the 3 irrational premises that keep me going through pain in my life. And I don't want to act like I haven't been told what the beliefs are that cause all the pain in my life. And it was so awesome the way that the Holy Spirit made us aware of what are the 3 main beliefs that we have that causes our pain. And then he told us what was the 3 main beliefs that would give us nothing but fun and joy and happiness. And what we wanted to do this evening was to remember that, because the Course in Miracles is always saying, remember and don't forget. Remember and don't forget. And Gemma says, I want to learn to love, forgive, peace, and the most kindness I can give here and now. No one can take the loving out of me. Great. All of you are saying some wonderful things. So let's just remember one more time before we leave what the 3 sane principles are and what the insane principles are. This is Brother John Christmas at johnchristmas.com. I am responsible for what I see. I am responsible for what I say. I am responsible for what I say. For everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for it. I ask for it. Now, here are the 6 principles. Are you ready? The first principle that causes insanity, fear, separation, attack, and hurt is the first premise. The first premise is that I have been attacked. He says the first premise that causes pain is for a person to tell themselves somebody else has hurt me. That the first premise that causes all pain in the world is for someone to tell themselves that someone else has hurt them. He said that the second insane premise that causes pain is that then you turn around and getting angry and attacking back is somehow justified, that attacking back is justified. That's the second insane premise that causes fear and pain. Then the Course in Miracles gave us the third insane premise that causes pain. And who knows what that is. The third insane premise that causes pain is the belief that you're not responsible for how you're feeling, that somehow or another your pain and your upset and whatever you're going through, it has nothing to do with you, that somehow or another you're not connected to what you're feeling, that it's somebody else's fault what you're feeling. So the basic insane premise that causes pain is the belief that somebody else is causing the way that you feel, that somebody else is causing the way that you feel, that somebody else has hurt you, and because this other person has hurt you, then you feel justified in hurting them or getting angry in return. And then we were told that the third insane premise is that you are in no way at all responsible for the attack, for what you're going through. The Course in Miracles told us tonight that those are the three insane premises. And those three insane premises ends up with one last premise. And that premise is, because you've hurt me, because you're such a bad person, you're not worthy of my love. I'm not going to love you because you aren't worthy of my love. To think that somebody does not deserve love is another totally insane premise that the Course in Miracles says causes lots of pain. That pain and attack and anger and hurt comes from 3, or we could even say 4 premises. The first premise is, I'm mad because somebody's done something to me. The second premise that's insane that causes fear is, now that you've done this to me, I got to equalize the situation by doing something back to you. That is the second insane premise. The third insane premise is that I'm not responsible for anything that I'm going through right now. Nothing that I'm going through right now really has anything to do with me. Everything that's happened to me, it's my childhood, it's my parents, it's my job, it's my race, it's my gender. I'm a victim at every level, at everything that happens to me. The way the Course in Miracles says that's the third insane premise, but that's the premise of any person that's afraid. That we just heard what the beliefs are of anyone that gets afraid, anyone that gets angry, anyone that think they're going through lack or pain or sickness or anything. The Course in Miracles is saying to us that whenever you're feeling that way, it's because you're actually teaching and demonstrating and expressing the 3 insane principles of fear. And that's okay. We are here to learn how to go beyond the 3 insane principles of fear. And so the most important stage of going beyond the 3 insane principles of fear is to know what they are and to no longer not be aware of what the beliefs are, the core beliefs that's causing the pain that you're going through. Tonight, Jesus revealed to us through A Course in Miracles exactly what's causing our pain, even if we don't like it, even if we don't like it, even if we don't believe it, even if we don't believe it, even if we don't believe it. We just heard the truth, even if we don't believe it. We just heard the truth, even if we don't like it. We just heard the truth, even if it disturbs us. We just heard the truth. No matter what our reaction to it is, we just heard the truth. We just heard the truth. And what is the truth? The truth is, you'll never be happy if you really keep believing that somebody's doing something to you, that you're trying to do something back to them in return is justified, and that nothing that's happening to you or you're the one that's causing it. And you don't want to give people your complete love because there's some people that you think are not worthy of your love. Those are the 4 insane premises that we don't even have to believe. If we already believed it, we wouldn't need to learn it. Okay, so now you teach. And he says you teach all the time. Everybody teaches and they teach all the time. So everybody's demonstrating and everybody's demonstrating all the time. So now we want to demonstrate the same principles. Now we want to demonstrate the same principles. Now we want to demonstrate the sane, loving principles. We know how to demonstrate the insane principles of fear. Now we know how we have to learn how to believe the sane principles of freedom. So now we need to practice freedom principles. So these are the freedom principles. These are the principles of love. These are the same premises. Okay, what did the Course in Miracles tell us that the same premises are going to be? He said the same premise the same premises are you cannot be attacked. So I cannot be hurt. I cannot be hurt. I cannot be attacked. I cannot be attacked. I cannot be so if I believe I can't be hurt, if I believe that I can't be attacked, then he says I'm going to teach that and I'm going to demonstrate that. So if I'm going to demonstrate I can't be attacked, and if I'm going to teach I can't be attacked, then I won't be attacked. If I'm demonstrating that I can't be attacked, but I can't be getting attacked, while I'm demonstrating that I can't be attacked. If I accept that I cannot be hurt, I cannot be attacked, then I would never experience hurt. I would never experience attack. Because if I experienced hurt and experienced attack, then it would be proven that I can be attacked. And the premise of sanity is you cannot be hurt. You cannot be attacked. You cannot be hurt. Who you really are, what you really are, cannot be attacked. I said what you really are. I didn't say what you think you are. What you think you are can be affected by anything and everything. What you think you are can go through a ton of changes and pain and unhappiness broken into by periods in which it looks like you're having a good time. Who you think you are can be vulnerable to sickness, disease, weather, lack, attack. Who you think you are is not invulnerable. But who you are, right here, you cannot be attacked. That's the first sane premise. The second sane premise is attack has no justification. There is no justification for attack. That's a hard one when you really are afraid and you really want to attack, to be told, because then I can come up with all the reasons why I should feel justified in anger, and I can come up with all the reasons why I should feel justified in coming up with attack and upset. You see, I can think about a lot of stories that I can tell myself right now to make me feel like I'm justified in attacking and that I'm justified in being angry. I bet you for many of you, I brought up so many justifications for anger tonight. That I brought up a lot of things in you that justifies your anger and says to you why you should keep your grievance because of whatever happened in the past. I bet a lot of our stories were brought up tonight to be released and to be healed. This was a very powerful, powerful session. So the second premise of sanity, and also let me know if y'all really appreciate this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like you. There's a part of me that wants to know that I'm connecting and that you appreciate it and that you're hearing it. You know, that's not ego. That's just asking for what you want. Because if I knew how to be totally, completely without ego at all times, I wouldn't be here. So, you know, I want to know sometimes. I love to hear your comments. So attack has no justification. Attack has no justification. There's no justification for anger. There's no justification for attack. There's no justification for attack. That's the second premise of sanity. And the third and last premise of sanity is I'm responsible for what I believe. When you're sane, you tell yourself, you know what? I'm responsible for what I believe. I'm responsible for what I believe. And Jesus is a model for learning. He taught me forgiveness. He taught me how to keep on loving people no matter what it looks like they're doing to you. Because at some level, he knew nothing was happening to him that also wasn't at some level his own creation also. So Jesus is a great extreme teaching device. What does that mean? Well, it means that you don't have to be crucified. You know what I'm saying? Jesus practiced unconditional love even though he was roughly murdered on a cross. So can you practice forgiveness when someone takes your parking space? Can you practice love and sanity in much less extreme situations? Can you take responsibility in situations that are not so extreme? That's what he's telling us, that you can't organize your life without some way of thinking. And whatever way you think, that's what you're going to teach. That's what you're going to demonstrate. So you're going to learn and experience what you are teaching and what you are demonstrating. And so you can be faithful to a way of thinking that doesn't serve you because you have the capacity to have allegiance. You have the capacity to have faith, even if you haven't faith in something that causes fear and that's not true. So don't doubt you can have faith. Don't doubt that you have stick-to-itness. Don't doubt that you know how to have loyalty and allegiance, because we've all practiced loyalty and allegiance to fear, to separation, to our ego thought system. So we're capable of being really and truly invested in our way of thinking and being willing to stick to that way of thinking, even if it's causing us pain, which is what the Course calls misplaced loyalty, misplaced allegiance. So now we're going to place our loyalty and our allegiance on some new principles. And the new principle is I cannot be attacked. Attack has no justification. And I am responsible for what I believe. I am the feeling. I choose the feeling that I experience. I choose the feelings that I experience. I choose the feelings that I experience. I choose the feelings that I experience. And everything that seems to happen to me, I ask for it. I'm saying it. I ask for it. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to say I cannot be hurt. Attack and anger has no justification. I'm responsible for what I believe. I'm going to start telling the truth, even if a part of me that doesn't believe it. So, mighty companions, I love you. There was some incredible communications tonight. Lynette, I appreciate you. C, Diana, all of y'all, I appreciate you so much. You all are awesome. Mighty companions, may the course be with you. And listen to this over and over and over again. It's deep. And share it.